everybody, Lance Bell here. Now I know I'm not my normal attire today, but I just wanted to get on here and just talk today. Now, if you remember my video back in July, I was talking about voting this upcoming election. Well, folks, I decided to do it, and here it is. This is a mail-in ballot. Now, if anybody gives their hopes up by law, I cannot show you what's on this ballot. It's just what it is, you know. But I had to bring myself kicking and screaming to do it. Now, why am I doing a video about this? It's the stuff that you shouldn't do when you vote. Now, most and foremost, I'm not going to tell anybody how to vote. That is not my style. You can vote for anybody you want. Hey, you can vote for yours truly here if you like. No, but all seriousness, you know. I want to go over some things that I hate when I see people voting. And I'm going to go over a few of those. Now, there's going to be more, so let me know in the comments below. But we're going to begin. The types of voters. You know, the one thing that I hate the most, and this is a big don't with me, is party line voting. Now, if you're going to go all the way down one side blue or down the other side red, you're doing a disservice to yourself with that. You're shortchanging yourself and you're shortchanging the system. That shows me that you do not care at all. It's like, okay, I'm with this team or whatever team, and they get all my votes, no questions asked. That really hurts yourself, like I said, but me personally, I have never voted straight party line. And a lot of it has to do with the municipal races. Because in your city or town, there might be a candidate that's on the other side from another party that's way better than the candidate that's your party. It's just what it is. That's why I say you're shortchanging yourself and you're shortchanging the system. Another big don't that I tell people is don't vote single issue. Now, here's the deal with this. The only time that anybody should be voting single issue, which is exactly one issue on the ballot itself. Now, in this particular election, being a major election cycle, there's stuff all over the place. So, basing on one issue alone just doesn't cut it, you know. I mean, that's even worse than a single line, a single party voting, you know. It's worse, you know, the best way for me to describe it. Now, another don't, and I'm just as guilty as this, is the abracadabra voter. And I better explain what that is. Now, if you're in a major city, and I found this out when I lived in Phoenix, is one of those ones where you start looking down the ballot, there's names, especially like in the court, like far as courts, as far as judges, things like that. And in a larger city, it says, do I want this person to be judged? So it was one of those, I was going abracadabra. And that was just a mistake because you shouldn't be doing that at all. You're just throwing stuff into the wind. Yeah, I know there's a lot of abracadabras out there. So let's be real about it. You know, and finally, well, not necessarily finally, let me stop before I say finally. That's not true. The shame voting. Now, in this election cycle, it's been really, really bad with that. And you know exactly what I'm talking about. People trying to shame you into voting in their position. Now, this gets talked about. There's been videos about it. I did the Casey Neistat video, which, if I remember, I put a link somewhere back to that one. I mean, trying to shame somebody into your position is morally wrong. You as an individual can vote for, like I said, whoever you want. And I know the shaming part has been going on since the ancient Greeks came up with this democracy-style voting system way back when. I mean, I'm totally against that. Vote for whoever you want. You know, and finally, is the shaming. You can vote, like I said, for whoever you want, but don't shame somebody totally on who they voted for. That is also totally and completely wrong. Don't shame them, you know. You know, I'm not going to go out and shame anybody for who they voted for. Why? What did that prove? You know, and when I'm seeing so much of that now, it's totally ridiculous. Well, folks, and finally, as I wrap this video up, I come back to this. You're probably wondering who I'm voting for. Well, that decision is for me and me alone. Now, I will say this. I'm not voting for Trump. But that leaves the other three candidates, which I'll let you sit and think about that. Who am I voting for? Because I'm not going to tell you. Go out and vote. I mean, you don't have to vote at all. I mean, that's up to you too. But that's a whole nother video for another day, why people don't vote. But I'm going to get off here, folks. This is your vote. This is your weekend commentary video. And always be careful and remember, fear the root.